I was checking my Corolla for something today and noticed that I was having an oil leak. No! And so
First one.
it was the timing chain tensioner.
So let's show you how to do that.
Let's look at it.
Get it.
Brian's Mobile One.
The best way to say thanks is poke subscribe right in the face and then click the little bell. If you want to be notified, you can be notified too. Thanks. So this is what the leak looks like. You can see this little plate here. That's actually the timing tensioner. There's a gasket that seals it in, or in this case doesn't. This is the line between the engine block and the cylinder head. It's on the passenger side, back side of the engine. Looking at the side of the car, it's about this far up, and looking from the top of the car, it's about this far to the passenger side. Make sure to set the emergency brake, block the rear wheels, and lift the front of the vehicle responsibly. I've got a video on how to jack up your car without hurting or damaging it. I'll leave a link in the description below. This job is best done from underneath. There's two ways you can see it. You can see straight up through where the CV axle is, or you can peek over the top where this camera perspective is, which is just behind the subframe of the vehicle, the frame that holds the engine transmission to the rest of the body. All you got to do is take off these two nuts. I'd take the bottom one off first, not the top one, just by experience, to get that bracket out of the way. As you release that top nut, you'll find that it starts to push out. There's actually a spring-loaded tensioner that'll be pushing back on that plate. Don't be alarmed, that's totally normal. Make sure to have some type of a bin or a catch basin to catch the oil. You'll leak just a little bit, not too bad. This is what it looks like after you take it off. The little point is the gasket. It goes that way. I think it is important that you have it be the right direction because the shaft comes out one way or the other, so you just make sure it's to the left with the shaft and to the right with the gasket. So to remedy the leak on this, thing to do is just put some Permatex Right stuff around the outside. You can get a new gasket for it or just seal it up. I would opt to just seal it up. You can see the little line right here is where the sealing is. You can see it's kind of dented at points down. So then you just need to seal this back side and then snug it up. Alright, so you just get your hook prepped to the side. You push down on this with your thumbnail. And if this turns a little bit, you notice how this will turn a little? If it turns a little, it won't work. You'll just get stuck no matter how you push. Make sure it's nice and straight. You just push it to point of compression. Sounds like making all kinds of noise. I'm using like my weakest thumbnail. So get it to that point, and then if you have a screwdriver in your hand all ready to go, it's kind of like push into my thumb to get it. There you go. So that's what you do, and then you can put it back in. But just make sure to clean that with something like a brake cleaner or whatever. Put some Permatex Right stuff, or black gasket maker or orange will work. I like Permatex Right stuff. I always use that. I've never been sponsored anything by them, but I sure have recommended a lot of people to it. So if you want to send me some royalty checks, I'm not gonna send them back. I'll cash them. It's funny as that is so simple to compress, but also so hard. I got stuck on it. I had to get help from Mike G on YouTube because I tried it, because I remember doing it that way, but it wasn't working. This is actually the same, well, similar kind that Honda uses on dirt bikes and bullet bikes and pretty much everything. Just run a little bead around the outside. Should have Spanky do this because she's the pottery wheel gal. I don't know if you have to put it around the bolt holes or not. Sometimes the bolt holes go all the way into the crankcase, sometimes they don't. But I just like to seal all the way around everything, and then I don't have to worry about it or guess. Dun 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 dun. Alright, I'll spare you all the dramatic music. We'll just throw this on here. Probably could have cleaned that before I did it, but it should work anyway. That's how you fix the leak that's right there. That's how you compress it, and you just seal it up, or you can get a new gasket.
So if you know someone with a Cricut or a Silhouette Cameo, they might be able to help you if you're in need of a gasket. What you need is the appropriate thickness of gasket maker paper and your old gasket. What you do is you scan the gasket, then you send the image to your friend. They will size it to the appropriate size, and then just hit go on their machine and it'll cut it out.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to click like and subscribe. Bonus footage at the end.